Key4Life is a nonprofit that works with youth that have been arrested or are at risk for being arrested due to knife crimes. On their website, they state that their mission is to give young offenders and those at risk a bright future. For this project, we were to create a typographic-led campaign that uses the power of words and visceral qualities of typography to stop young people in their tracks and open their minds to bigger and brighter things. The campaign is to include a static element, a digital element, and a non-traditional touch point, all aimed at 10 to 17-year-olds. In the year ending in June of 2019, there were 22,306 disposals given for possession of a knife or offensive weapon. Juveniles, those aged 10 to 17, were the offenders in 20% of the cases. According to the UK government website, the maximum penalty for carrying a knife is 4 years in prison with an unlimited fine. Multiple research papers identified adverse childhood experiences and poor mental health as positively associated with youth and gang violence. It was suggested that community and societal risk factors such as discrimination and economic inequality were frequently linked to youth violence. In that regard, we can look at Maslow's theory of motivation and see how when persons are deprived of basic needs and fulfillment, they're unable to fully achieve. For my static element, I chose to design a poster that could be hung in and around schools, shopping malls, and bus stops. I wanted to draw attention and focus on the many emotions that may be present in the youth whom are carrying a knife. Thinking about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs and how basic needs not being fulfilled in one's life can lead to a myriad of difficult emotions. In this design, I have created knives from the difficult emotions, placing emphasis on the sharpness and pain they can cause, as well as their direct link to the individual carrying a knife and potentially acting on knife crimes. Towards the bottom, I have included the sobering consequence for carrying a knife even if unused, which is 4 years of prison time. In conclusion, I have used one of Key4Life's taglines of "What if?" along with their logo. For the digital element, I chose to create an animation that uses the same graphic components as the poster, but in a more dynamic way, something that would be compelling to capture attention and work well on popular social media platforms. For a non-traditional touch point, I wanted to consider the implementation of something unique. I wanted to think of a way to transform the knife into a symbol of hope and strength, and a reminder. These rings would be forged from confiscated knives that have been smelted down. The ring is imprinted with the "if" used in the entire campaign that represents the "what if" becoming a reality. These rings would symbolize the transformation the participants would undergo in order to change their lives.